Kia ora Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live on Tuesday the 9th of June. Very exciting times here at CTV. We are online streaming, yes we are. Right now you can actually view the team, myself, Canterbury Live and CTV News. So all you need to do is go online, we've got it there, live streaming, to our website and click onto Canterbury Live and there you are. So every day you'll be able to get us, not through the telly, but on your phone or on your computer at work, just quietly, get it done quietly. But very, very exciting and we're so happy that we've made this happen thanks to our huge team here at CTV. So don't forget, just go to our website and go to Canterbury Live and there we are online streaming. Very exciting indeed. Rightio, birthdays. 3 very special men are celebrating their birthdays today. First up, meow, there he goes, Johnny Depp, lovely indeed. Peter Pan, he is 52 today. And of course he is a musician and actor and father of 2. Next up, Matt Bellamy, we can hear Muse in the background, my favourite band of all time. Fantastic lead guitarist there, Matt Bellamy plays the piano, he's an amazing genius composer. He is 37 today. And last but not least, there he goes, Michael J. Fox, a wonderful actor but also very much a spokesperson for Parkinson's disease, which he has been suffering for quite a few years. He's 54, and a bit of trivia, remember Family Ties? He won 3 Emmy Awards for that, but I love him, of course, Back to the Future, awesome movies indeed. Rightio, gift pack, it is New Zealand Men's Health Week, and we have that wonderful pack to give away worth over $400 thanks to the Extend Life team. Wonderful things covering from your face through to your inner beauty, of course, with your vitamins, etc. You could win it by calling through to Marianne on 3777 033 or going to our Facebook page and leaving your details there. We will be announcing the winner this Friday on the show. Rightio, fire service, very important men and women there, but we're joined by Bruce Irvine for a bit of a catch up to see exactly what's been going on around the place. And Phyllis Brown is here. We're continuing our theme of the Chakra systems. New Zealand Men's Health, so very, very fortunate that we've got a leading medical practitioner here, and we've got Hector Matthews talking about actually his personal journey with health. But first up, yum-o, fancy a glass of Crater Rim Pinot Noir and some filet beef? Wow, here she is now, Nicola Frayer with Nourish.
So we're here again today in the Crater Rim Winery, and today we are matching one of their beautiful Pinots with a lovely fillet of beef and a couple of dishes that we've done before, and I'm just going to put them in the barbecue now. That's the potato gratin. So we're just going to let that sizzle away in this nice hot oven or barbecue, and our restaurant style vegetables, which we did some time ago. So we'll just let those sizzle away in there and cook. And I'm just going to get my steak started. So I've got that oil in the pan. I've got some salt and pepper on the steak. And we're just going to pop that in for a couple of minutes on each side to get that beautiful, I can hear that sizzling away in there. I'm just going to put a little bit more salt in there and some pepper. And today, with me here, I have the winemaker from Crater Rim. So today we have Hayden Good.
Hi Nicola.
Hi Hayden.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Great.
So I'm loving being amongst these barrels here. It has such a great feel. So tell me, we've got this beautiful Pinot in these barrels here.
Yes.
How do you actually tell that it's ready?
Well, we use this device here called a barrel thief. And we
A barrel thief?
Barrel thief.
Yeah.
And we just basically on smell and taste.
Oh, okay.
So
you just pop it in there and I can see the wine just bubbling, just coming up to the top as you do that. Right.
In the glass.
And so usually you would have to taste this regularly to check.
Yes,
that
we
it's
taste
right.
it quite regularly.
Yep.
And give it a smell. Tell me what you smell.
It's sort of a little bit acidic, I guess, and quite. Would it be some sort of berry fruit?
Yeah, so we get cherries in this one, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of spice, but it's not quite ready yet.
Right, okay. So what would you be looking for to tell that it is ready?
Just the flavours developing into that less of that acidity, so more into fruit forward flavours.
Right, okay. Okay, so once it's ready, so let sizzle away there for a bit longer. I suppose you have to get them in firmly.
Yes, yeah.
So how do you, in the end, when you've decided that the smell is right and the aromas are correct, then it just goes to be bottled?
So from there it goes into tank, all the barrels are blended together, and then we let it settle for about 2 months, and then from there it goes into the bottle.
Right, and so, and before the bottling process, you take it out of the barrels, and then I believe you have to get rid of the skins?
Yes, so that comes previously. Before it goes into barrel, we take it out of the big vats that it initially comes in, and then it goes into a press. And from the press, it goes into the barrels where it's kept for up to 18 months.
Okay. I'm just going to check on these vegetables because I can hear them sizzling away. Okay, that's looking great. Right, we might just let this meat sizzle away a bit longer, and then we will come back in a few minutes and show you how we serve that up. So the steak has had about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and it's looking really beautifully cooked. So we're just going to let that rest for a bit. And Hayden, I think you're going to open that Pinot for us. We're just going to make a bit of a jus to go with that. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit of stock, and then we're going to scrape off the beautiful tasting bits on the bottom there, and just a little bit of that wine as well. Just a splash. Lovely. Splash or two. Yeah. We're just going to let that sizzle away. You can smell that, it smells great, doesn't it? And that Pinot really smells lovely. So we're just going to let that reduce down a wee bit, and then we're going to serve up the meal. So we're just going to serve up this beautiful fillet steak that has been resting. And Hayden, I think you're going to pour us some of that beautiful wine while we do that. So just put the fillet there by itself, and then we've got this lovely potato gratin, and that's looking lovely and crispy. And that's just been cut in a circle there, just looks a little bit fancier than just your good old square one. And these lovely mixed vegetables here, just put a little bit of asparagus on the top there, looks lovely. And just to finish that off, we've got some of that lovely jus. So I'm just going to pour that red wine jus over the steak and a little bit over everything there. Gorgeous. Well, standing here amongst these barrels, it really feels right to be having this beautiful wine and a lovely meal. Cheers.
Delicious. Cheers.
Sorry about that. I'm just watching myself on the telly, and I'm everywhere. Remember, online streaming happening. You could catch up on your phone, but we're catching up with Phyllis Brown right now. I love it. This week we're talking about archangels. So, pray tell, what is an archangel?
So an archangel is an angel that has a specific quality. So we've got angels, everybody has the concept or understands the concept of angels. But archangels have a specific quality that we can call upon to help in our well-being or our spiritual growth. And we wanted to follow on from last week's introduction to the chakra system, which is spirit meeting matter, so the spiritual connection within the body. And of course we can then link into the archangels with the chakra system to help us maintain our own spiritual connection or our sense of well-being when we're getting a time of distress.
Right, and that's it. It's about distress, isn't it? So how are they linked together then?
Yeah. So how they're linked together is that there is a specific archangel that helps with a particular chakra. So when we think about the base centre, which is all about our survival needs, our basic needs being met, so that's food, heat and income or finances, then Archangel Uriel is the one to help you. So if you're worried about your job, or you want a new job, or you need to find a new home, then he's the archangel to call upon to help take away that stress from the base chakra so you can feel a little bit more grounded, know that you're supported, and hopefully find that new job or that new opportunity, the new home just around the corner. So it's linking the specific energies of the archangels with the specific emotional responses within the chakra system.
So what's the purpose of actually calling them though?
The purpose is that sometimes we get a little bit overwrought or a little bit overwhelmed by life. So, so for my example, you know, my son's left home and I'm worried about him, you know, I'm worried about what's he doing and is he working okay and, you know, has he got this, that and everything. So from a heart space, so I'm really emotionally attached to my son and he's absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
He is, he's absolutely beautiful. So my heart space gets a little bit anxious. So I would call upon Archangel Raphael just to come in and help me support my own energy body, because Nathan's fine. I know he's fine. But from that nurturing or mothering perspective, you just can't help but worry. So in coming in, you can just ask that angel to come in and just support you emotionally to help alleviate some of that stress and get your own confidence back or get your perspective back that actually I don't need to worry, I'm okay. And you've got your chakra systems feeling happy and you've got the help of the angels as well.
So what's the long-term benefit then if you're calling on the correct archangel?
The correct archangel.
To help you?
The long-term benefit is you can just call in an archangel a day. So there's 7 chakras, there's 7 archangels, and you're keeping yourself well supported spiritually and emotionally. It helps keep your chakra system balanced in terms of not feeling overwhelmed. So when you ask an archangel to come in and help with healing, it would help soothe your emotional body, which therefore helps the chakras keep in balance. It keeps them calm. And you have that overwhelming sensation that 1, you're not alone, and 2, that you have got some spiritual help, and 3, that you feel well. And that's the key thing. We want to feel well on a daily basis. We want to wake up and go, do you know, it's going to be a good day today. And if you can just call upon a chakra, an archangel to help with your chakra system, it will give you that sense of connectedness, if you like.
And clarity.
Clarity, yes, you can, certainly. Especially with the mind. If you've got a busy, busy mind, Archangel Zadkiel comes in and he helps with the crown centre to help calm that down.
Yeah. What is our card for this week?
The card for this week is the crown chakra, and it is about the power to stand in your own power, your own self-confidence. So think about, you know, where your thoughts are, get your mind clear and call in those archangels to help you find the right path and keep your body feeling centred and calm.
That's great. That is wonderful. And that's what we all want in our lives, isn't it? A bit of calm.
We do.
And a spirit.
You do.
And I even loved your tip last week about you can actually listen to the chakra meditation music when you go to sleep if you need to settle that crazy mind. Think
that
about too many
overactive
things.
mind, yeah.
Good on you. Look forward to next week. Now stay with us after the break. He's not crazy. He's a great chap. Bruce Irvine here from the Fire Service.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Very good, Gordon. Do you like that?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, that's actually
Nicely
quite
done.
well done, isn't it?
It is.
I've made no reference to you having no clothes on or anything like that today, so
That's
there we
lovely.
go. And it's quite nice. And don't forget, we are online streaming, so you can replay that beautiful piece of music and go back. Rightio, let's get to some stats, and I'm just sort of smiling at these stats, and then I'm like, really? What's going on?
Okay, well, last month we were talking a lot about how to be safe because we're coming into an at-risk period, winter. And then what I wanted to talk about this month was, well, what's actually happened in the country and locally over the last month relating to heating. And we've got some really interesting figures. One of the big things we talked about was sweeping your chimney last month, you know, preparing for winter and having a nice swept chimney. And well, our stats show us nationally, we've had almost 60 jobs, 60 chimney fires. Why? Because we had a southerly burst. A lot of them deep south.
Yep.
It's a big issue in Region 5. They're doing really lots of positive campaigns to get people out there sweeping their chimneys. In Christchurch, we've had 0. No chimney fires.
Which I am staggered by, because I see a lot of
Absolutely fantastic.
smelly old chimneys going along. You think, crikey, they need a good clean out. But
Yeah, but we lost 6,000 chimneys in an earthquake about 5 years ago.
oh right, that
So
might do
that's
it.
a really good reason why our stats in Canterbury
okay.
and Christchurch are a little bit different to the rest of the country.
Right, okay.
You know, pre-earthquakes.
Oh, you Grinch! I was actually giving a bouquet at the people out there,
but good heating systems nowadays.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so good heating systems. Canterbury, it's had a couple. We had a recent chimney fire in North Canterbury just recently. So they still do happen. Fundamentally with chimney fires, keep them swept. Start of the season, sweep your chimneys, no problems.
And they're not expensive. I'm not saying you're to get someone along to do it.
It's about, I've seen signs floating around for about $40 for a chimney sweep.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are a tenant, I mean, it's good. I think you should talk to your landlord, really, shouldn't you?
Yep, absolutely.
Hello. At the end of the day, who's going to fail if something happens, really? Okay, right. Structure fires. What's the structure? What does it cover?
Structure covers everything from a factory down to a shed.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so big factories. And yeah, we've had in the last month nationally 230 structure fires. Now there's 230 opportunities for people to die.
Jeez, you're really on it, old crikey, love. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
Doom and gloom.
230, but hey, in the last month we've had no fatalities.
Yeah, right, okay.
Which is really good. You know, people have been at risk, fires happen, even though we take all our positive steps to try and prevent them. But fortunately, one in Christchurch that I actually attended with a crew to assist in fire investigation, one of these fantastic things saved a life.
Right, okay.
The smoke alarm worked, did its treat. At 3 o'clock in the morning, she was fast asleep, the occupant of the flat. The smoke alarm woke her. It was put in by her landlord.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Hey, bouquet to them. Well
Bouquet
done.
to Christchurch
Great landlord.
City Council.
Ah.
Fantastic. Good on Christchurch City Council.
Oh, well done.
Putting in smoke alarms into their flats and accommodation. The smoke alarm saved her life, without doubt. Unfortunately, the cat passed away.
Yeah,
She had an evacuation plan. Now, why I was so interested in this particular job was the crew phoned me up and says, oh, Bruce, we've got a meter heater rule here. We've got one, we think it's near, the couch is near the heater, and we think it's a meter heater job.
Right.
And so I go, hey, look, yeah, great, go along and investigate it. We believe it's not the meter heater rule in this situation where, in other words, someone's put a heater too close to a couch. But we do believe it's related to the thermostats in the building, or electrical wiring in the building, or yet again a multi-board. Very, very hard to pin it down to a single cause when the place is toast. It was gutted.
Wow.
Okay, so the best thing about this was that, yeah, we had a successful outcome of a non-fatality. Why? A working smoke alarm in a rental accommodation. I noticed on the news this morning, the politicians are actually looking at getting landlords to put in smoke alarms.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
Fantastic. You know, it's going to be great.
No.
It really is.
It was actually apt timing when I heard that on the news this morning.
Yeah.
As I was driving in, I was like, that's really great news. You're never going to stop singing that song, though, of the smoke alarms, are you?
I don't think so.
No, and I don't think we should.
I don't think we should.
No, we shouldn't get complacent. And we've spoken about it. You can go down to your Mitre 10, your Mega. I mean, there's so many places that do sell them, but don't skimp.
Don't skimp. Photoelectric, long life, or even better, get a burglar alarm put in and get a couple of hardwired ones attached to your burglar alarm.
Good on you. How's your health, quickly?
Really good. My
on
health's
you.
great.
All right, there you go, there you go. We're continuing the men's health, though, after the break. See you soon.
I love you, yes I do. You and your pussy.
Rightio, it is time to talk men's health, and who shall I ask? One of the professionals, Hector Matthews, who's Executive Director of the Māori and Pacific Health Limited from CDHB. Kia ora and good morning to you.
Kia ora, good morning.
Now, Māori and Pacific Islanders, they're high, and those that, or the men in general, don't want to admit they've got a problem, do they, in health?
Yeah, men's health, this is Men's Health Week, and it's just an opportunity for the broader community to promote men's health, and everybody's health is important, but one of the things we notice in data is that men are more reluctant to talk about health. They let things slide for a wee bit longer. They'll let little grumbles that might affect them go on a wee bit longer. And what we find that leads to is often poorer health outcomes. I mean, biologically, men don't live as long as women anyway, but we can resolve a lot of those. There's a lot of preventable things that occur in men's health, and we're trying to encourage men to talk more about those sorts of things, especially when they get a little bit older, like me. You get to a certain age, a bit more mature, and you've got to pay attention to what your body's telling you. If things are a bit sore or a bit uncomfortable, talk to people about it, and if need be, go and see a health professional. And we find men are reluctant to do that, or more reluctant than most others.
Yeah. Let's touch on you, though. You talked about yourself, because you went on a pretty significant health journey yourself.
Yeah, a few years ago, I was approaching 50. I've hit that now. But look, I was carrying way too much weight. I love my food, and I needed to lose weight. I'm 168 centimetres. That's about 5'6", and at my worst, I was 105 kgs. You know, so that's way too heavy for someone that size. And so I needed to lose weight, and I did that. I changed the way I lived, and I dropped 27 kgs, so I'm 78 kgs now.
Congratulations.
And I've been that way
huge.
for almost 3 years. But it's much harder to keep weight off than it is to take it off. I have to be very conscious of what I eat, and the quantities I eat and so on. And I'm, like I said, I've changed my life, so I'm pretty happy now. I'm a grandfather, and I have a goal to watch my grandchildren grow up, get married, and have kids. I want to see my, I want to see them grow up to adulthood. So, and not a lot of Māori men get to do that. I want to be healthy. I want to, and I want to be around to, bounce them on my knee and run around and play touch footy with them and go for a swim at the beach and all those sorts of things. So that means I've got to be healthy, and I'm trying to tell other men that, you can do this. There's no need to, to be unwell for long periods of your life when you get older.
But do you think sometimes the men need that partner or the wife to actually push them in direction?
Yeah, look, absolutely. One of the things I often tell my colleagues, when men present in things like cardiorespiratory wards and so on, and I see Māori in there, and the doc or the nurse will say to them, you need to eat this and do that, and that's all well and good, but you actually need to talk to the person who does the shopping and who does the cooking. And although we're much more enlightened here in 2015 than we were perhaps in 1915, most men, if they do shop, they push the trolley, and that's about it. They don't sort of choose the food, and they don't cook the food. Some will cook, but most don't. Yeah. We need to be more aware of those sorts of things and tell the people who will actually make a difference. When you're trying to promote children's health, the person who buys the food and cooks the food is the person we need to be convincing and letting them know that eating well is really important. But telling the 5-year-old at play centre isn't going to change things. You need to tell their mum and their dad and those sorts of things.
It's education though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's also not rocket science. I mean, most of us know that if you buy, a McD's cheeseburger, it's not good for you. We all know that, but we do it anyway. And it's a bit like smokers. Smokers know when they're dragging on a smoke that it's not good for them. So most people know that stuff. Now, the issue is actually challenging ourselves and saying, stop doing this. If you want to live to 75 and still run around and run around the backyard with your grandkids, then it starts when you're 40 and 50. You can't be thinking about it when you're 65. So, food should make you healthy, and lots of the food we have don't make us healthy.
No,
it
it's
makes
some
us
great
unhealthy.
advice, Hector. And what you're saying is don't think about it tomorrow, think about it now and make a stance now. Kia ora to you, and thank you so much. You're a great advocate. How awesome does this man look? Don't forget, of course, we are online streaming. If you've watched us online, hello to you all and thank you so much. Have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll do it all again tomorrow.